Hey, what is up guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and today we're going to be doing a $300 PC build. What is that?
What?
I don't know how to build a PC.
Well, lucky for you, we're gonna show you how to build this $300 PC.
But I don't like to use used parts. You don't like it though.
But really, used parts are actually a really good way to go. We use them all the time here at the Toasty Bros, and we typically never have issues. Even if we do, you can get your money back.
So how about we go ahead and talk about this system in particular and how you can actually order this full tower today shipped to your door. So let's do that. But first, a word from today's sponsor.
But I don't have a door. I don't have a sponsor.
This video is brought to you by Pulseway.
Whether you're an IT professional or just somebody who has a lot of systems that they need to monitor, Pulseway is an awesome way to monitor system specs, temperatures, readouts, and everything that you may need to know about a system, and it's accessible via a mobile app and even from a web browser.
We actually set it up on all of our systems at the office so that we can monitor on the go to make sure that none of our systems are blowing up.
So if you're interested in checking out Pulseway, please use the link in the description down below. There's a free version you can try out, and use the link down below because it helps us out. So let's get right into this video, shall we? Alright guys, so the main concept around this PC is the fact that you can get this system today if you're in the US from shopucw.com, which there'll be a link in the description down below. Special thanks to them for hooking us up. They've helped a lot of other tech YouTubers build similar systems like this and allow us to give back to you guys by offering a easy to build solution for people who want to get a used PC at a great price.
And not to mention, we're also going to help you guys out by giving this away to one of you guys, but we will talk about that more later in the video, so watch the frickin' video. So this PC here has an i5-3470, it has 8 gigs of RAM and a hard drive included. It's basically everything you need to kind of get started. Not to mention, if you use code TOASTY, you get 20 bucks off, making it $80.
So this is gonna become our Toasty box, which is a go-to way for you to build a budget gaming system. And the i5-3470 is a great budget option in these pre-built towers like Dell Optiplexes. This one is the HP variant, which is gonna work nicely with the graphics card that we have right here, which is a 1650. Now, I know what you're all probably thinking. The 1650 is kind of a weird card, but the main reason we went the 1650 is because the majority of these cards don't require an external 6-pin power. But this one right here that we got from EVGA, unfortunately, comes with a 6-pin power. But fear not, if you do go with something like this card from EVGA, which is very well built, you can get an adapter that would work with the power supply. The power supply that comes with the system uses a 300-watt power supply. It's not super high-end, but it's good enough to where you can adapt a SATA to a 6-pin. And these adapters are super cheap, and you can get it if you decide to go with this. But to avoid all difficulties whatsoever, I would recommend getting a 1650 that doesn't require external power.
You can also explore some other graphics cards as well. Of course, there's the older brother to the 1650, like a 1050, that you can also do the no power option with as well. And there's also some even older cards. There's also some Radeon cards that don't require external power. But this is just really the most up-to-date, and it's probably the most powerful one you can get that does not require external power. You could always get one that does require the external adapter like this, but you gotta be careful because, for one, this case isn't massive. It's pretty big, but you might not be able to fit a really long card in it. And also it's 300 watts, so you're really not gonna be able to go above an RX 580 probably.
So given that you've gotten your system in hand and you're wanting to follow this as a tutorial, make sure that your system works, obviously. Plug it in, turn it on, and once you see a post screen, then you know your system is working perfectly fine. Now what we're gonna do is show you how to upgrade this thing with the graphics card and teach you exactly what you need to do.
So the first thing we do is put the patient on their side. And then they have this really handy dandy handle right here. Look at that, no screws. There is spots to put screws though, so make sure that those are removed. But you can see here, we actually do have a crap ton of room, so you probably could fit a pretty long card in here if you really wanted to, but most longer cards use a lot of external power. Here's the hard drive power supply, processor, our 8 gigs of RAM, and here is our 2 PCI lanes. We're gonna be using this black one here, which says X16 PCI on it.
You need an opening utensil?
I got it, dude.
He's got it. Opening utensils not included. Now, while Jackson's doing that, one thing I want to note is with these HP systems, while you're getting a good deal on it, you will be limited because the power supplies are proprietary. Therefore, you really cannot upgrade this system very easily with another power supply without getting a ton of adapters. So again, when we're recommending that you go with a graphics card that requires no external power, that is the best way to do so.
All right, here's the graphics card. Of course, there's going to be some really obvious stuff to remove, such as protective tape that they have made childproof apparently. All right.
It's Jackson proof.
It's Jackson proof. I already ripped it. Gosh darn it. And it does say in nice big letters, please remove before use. And voila, this card is ready. Oh, hold on, I almost forgot. There's this as well. They'll usually have something covering up the PCI connector so that we don't scuff the crap out of it. Okay, now one other step, we need to make sure that we actually have this part here out, and it looks to me like these press in. Okay, so we have two little green connectors that allow the PCI lanes to be accessed. So this is open right now. These are always really nice. A lot of times the PCI connectors on the cases that we buy will have screws holding them on. Well, this right here eliminates the use for screws. So now we're gonna see where this lines up. Oh, hit the camera. All right, so that's these two lanes here. This should be pretty much the same for any graphics card unless you get a single lane card, which more than likely you're not gonna be getting for this, but you know, it's possible. And we just make sure no cables are in the way. And the graphics card shouldn't take a whole lot of force to get in, but you'll line it up with that lane and then boom. It clicked in. This little bracket right here is how you remove it if you need to. You pull this back and then you can pull the card out. Right now it's locked in though. If you want to show the camera right over here, this is one issue. This SATA cable is right in that fan. That'll totally screw things up. So you could zip tie it if you want to. Okay, that's actually just a nice loose cable in case you need an extra one, I guess. But you could zip tie that off. That'd probably be the smart thing to do. But you can see we have nothing obstructing the fans now. So free spinning fans. Now, like Matt said, most of the time, we're not going to have any external connectors. Right here, we have a 6-pin PCI lane connector. So we're gonna go ahead and get one of these bad boys out. In our case, we have a SATA connector, which this is a standard SATA connector right here. It's what hard drives use and DVD drives. Basically the predecessor to Molex, which just has no Molex in it. So keep that in mind. You can't just get like a Molex adapter because that will not work. This just plugs in like that, boom. And then this can only go on one way as well, just like this. And there we go. We do recommend zip tying stuff, but in this case, we're just gonna kind of,
I won't show them, they don't need to see that.
The shove method. Oh, you're not gonna show them, dude? You shouldn't, dude. But yeah, so ready to go. I mean, it was literally that easy. That's probably the easiest upgrade you can do to a computer besides changing out the RAM. That's another thing that just takes some clicking, some taking off of the side panel, and good to go. But now it's just reverse order of what we did to get the case open. We're just gonna go ahead and, oh, hold on, almost forgot. Out of order here. Don't forget to put this back down. There's a cover on this. I've never seen that before.
Interesting.
Have you?
No.
Okay, so graphics card comes back out now. Luckily, it's very easy to do. So apparently these have a cover over the, I don't know why, I don't know what they're protecting, but you know. Easy to do though, right? You know, we just got it back out within that like 2 seconds. And now we can go ahead and put this bracket back down, assuming everything is lining up okay. Okay, all right, now we're good. Brackets down, side panel, and go back on.
Now see if it works. Okay guys, now once you have everything plugged in that you need, all your keyboard, your mouse, your power cable all plugged in, we're gonna hit this fancy dancy power button right here and see if it works. Oh, close. Oh.
Didn't press it in far enough.
So it's turning on right now. We'll see if we get a video out. We're connected directly into the graphics card. That's an important thing. Do not plug into the back of the motherboard. Plug in to the graphics card. Oh, yay!
Okay, so since this is an OEM system, you might get a thing where it boots twice.
And it looks like there's a Windows install on our system. I know it normally doesn't come with a Windows install as far as I remember, but if you have the Windows install, there you go.
So sometimes these nice computers with Windows 10, because Windows 10 is so cool, will automatically install the drivers that you need, such as the graphics card drivers. But we do recommend actually going to the website just to make sure and downloading either the Radeon control panel or the NVIDIA control panel. This one's going to be NVIDIA in this case. In this case.
So after that, all we're gonna do is load up our benchmark games and show you what this system is all about, because at this point you should have an up and running functional PC that'll be good for playing games. So we're gonna go ahead and disappear for a little bit and be right back with some benchmarks.
Okay, so $300 and you have a capable gaming PC. As you guys can see by the benchmarks that we tested, it played pretty much every game just fine. We'd have to lower some settings, of course, which with any $300 computer you're going to have to do, but this did exceed a lot of other $300 builds that we have done on the channel.
One thing to keep in mind is that in a couple of games, the CPU was the bottleneck. So keep that in mind when considering what graphics card to put in this thing. Anything more powerful than a 1650 is probably going to be overkill, and really, we wouldn't recommend it anyways, because this tower in itself is only around $100, $80 after that discount code. But you really shouldn't put anything super crazy in this. It's designed to be a super budget option for people in the US who want to get access to this for a limited time only, actually, till the end of this month. And you can use the discount code TOASTY to save $20. But this system overall is kind of a project that I wanted to do, and I mentioned to Jackson because we really wanted to give you all a place to go buy one computer without having to worry of buying a crappy system off eBay, which we recommend people do, and some people are still scared anyways, like Zach over there. But the system is really capable. It comes very clean compared to other systems you'll buy on eBay. I know we've gotten some really bad systems before. And overall, it's a great value.
And it does also come with a keyboard and mouse. It's nothing special, just a really generic HP mouse and Lenovo keyboard, but you might even get something else. So it's nothing really that special, and you could pay, $20 or $30 on Amazon or eBay and get yourself a cheap gaming mouse combo. But with this computer being so cheap, I would just roll with what you got and play your games. And then the other upgrade you could do if you had a little bit extra money is go ahead and sink that into an SSD, get like 120 or a 240 gig as a boot drive, keep the hard drive in there to load your games on, and then the boot drive to load Windows 10 onto.
So overall, we are very impressed, and if you are interested in purchasing this system along with a graphics card to go in it, link in the description down below. Be sure to use code TOASTY when you're purchasing the system from UCW to save $20. But hurry, I bet these systems are going to go pretty fast.
And before we go, I did mention to you guys, we're going to be giving away this computer. And yes, I mean giving it away, there's no major strings or anything. The only thing you guys have to do is, once we hit 100,000 subs, we don't know exactly when that's going to be from when this video is uploaded. More than likely, I would say a month to 2 months from when this video goes live. Come back and check out our Instagram and Twitter, which we'll have in the description down below. And all you gotta do is watch out for the post that says, hey, we're giving away this free PC, and then you literally just follow those pages and you'll be randomly selected to possibly win this computer.
So I suggest going to follow right now so you're gonna get alerted when those posts go live, but keep in mind it will probably happen, as Jackson mentioned, within a month or two from now. But we're very excited to do a PC giveaway because we actually have never done that before, and this is gonna be something that we're really excited to do to give back to you for 100,000 subscribers.
So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to check up when we hit 100K, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.